Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. So in today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action, and we are going to cover a couple of interesting metrics for Kaspa, and of course we are going to have a look at a couple of very interesting Bitcoin charts, and of course we are going to have a look at altcoin charts as well. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not a financial advice. And now let's hop into Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 12 cents, well almost 13, and is currently experiencing a 0.5% of leg up on a daily time frame. Market cap is currently sitting at 2.9 billion USD, and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 34.7 million USD. So at the moment Kaspa is dipping. However, we saw a quite significant pump for Kaspa. Maybe that couple of percent is not necessarily a huge pump. However, that is a bullish indicator for Kaspa, and that could be just the beginning. So looking at overall crypto market, not every single coin is pumping. The biggest winner at the moment is HBAR, but obviously that's due to bullish news that are involving BlackRock. And now guys, a reminder that exciting updates are ahead. Next week we are completing major milestones, deploying, minting and transferring KRC20 tokens along with the indexer and API integrations. Our roadmap is in progress. So this is something that I have mentioned before in a previous video. However, I do believe that this is kind of important to point out that this is the best time to buy Kaspa before the KRC, before full Rust migration, before top tier exchange listings. I believe that this is a great time. Everything is going according to the plan with Kaspa. However, that is going to be slower growth than in comparison with meme coins. So this is something that we have to remember. Kaspa is not a meme coin, so don't expect a huge pumps and dumps on Kaspa's chart. And now to give everybody the perspective, let's compare Kaspa to market cap of top 10 coins at its peak of the previous cycle in terms of the market cap. So if Kaspa is going to reach XRP's market cap this cycle, we could see around 44.9x, which would put Kaspa at price of $5 roughly. If we are going to compare it to ADA, that will be around 30x. If we are going to compare it to Solana, that will be around 30x as well. And if we are going to compare it to DOT, that will be around 20x. I do believe that these evaluations are actually quite accurate. Of course, these prices still haven't hit. However, I do believe that this is possible for Kaspa this bull cycle, and that even could be too bearish, because obviously Kaspa is a true killer if it comes to crypto, the best crypto in my opinion. But heck, the future is going to show. Now, the current reward is currently sitting at 117 Kaspa. The next reward is going to be 110 Kaspa. Next reduction is scheduled in 11 days. And hash rate is currently sitting at 225 petahash per second. However, the highest ever hash rate was sitting at 247 petahash per second. So guys, this is huge. Hash rate is constantly growing, and that is basically showing how strong Kaspa is and is becoming. Now, address is holding over 10,000 Kaspa. In these last 2 days, we have pretty much got around 190 new wallets. So as we can see guys, accumulation is increasing, and if it comes to 100k, we are sitting at 30 new wallets in the last 2 days. So now let's finally have a look at the chart for Kaspa. So that is a 4-hourly time frame guys, and the first thing to point out is the fact that we finally saw the pump on Kaspa. Maybe that pump is not huge, however Kaspa saw 16% of highs. Now obviously we have dipped, and we are sitting at the moment on 12% of profits for Kaspa if you have been accumulating Kaspa in these regions. So the bullish thing is that we have closed above that resistance that actually belongs to that descending triangle. Let me zoom it out and show you. However, Kaspa pretty much got rejected from that level of resistance of 13 cents. And now we are basically retesting that previous resistance as a support now, and I would anticipate a healthy bounce for Kaspa and pretty much trying to conquer that level of resistance. So once we are going to close above that level of resistance, that is going to be a more bullish price action. Of course, we could see the pump right away. However, BTC is going to have to make up its mind of where it's going. However, we do have to remember that we are currently in times of post-halving event, so obviously that is going to be a quite a volatile time. However, I'm going to show you a couple of charts soon, and we are going to see of where we are pretty much in this market. But anyways, let me switch it to the daily time frame guys, and now we basically see what happened this last pump, right? The pretty much same price action for Kaspa, right? Pump, then consolidation, you know, the descending triangle stuff, and then after that pump. I'm not saying that exactly thing is going to happen, however, you know, that's definitely more likely, even if we are going to look at the standpoint of RSI. So we have experienced huge pump, you know, Kaspa was overbought, then we have been in consolidation period for 54 days. At the moment we are sitting at 41. Of course, I'm not saying that if we are going to hit 45 bars then we are going to see the pump. However, this is roughly what took Kaspa to consolidate, and after that Kaspa saw the pump. So the question is, are we going to see the pump in the next, let's say, 2 weeks? Well, that is definitely more likely rather than dump, unless we are going to see some black swan event again. And by the way, if you would be interested into keeping your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges, make sure that you check out Tangum Wallet. So Tangum Wallet is a cold storage solution for you to store your Kaspa, but of course not only Kaspa, because it supports many different projects, and I do believe that this is much better way to store your crypto outside of exchanges on which, you know, anything might happen. And with my discount code you can get minus 10% off, so make sure that you check it out, and the link is in the description down below. So now guys, let's cover BTC so we can pretty much put ourselves into perspective of where we are in this cycle. So what I like is the fact that we are positive in the last 3 days if it comes to Bitcoin inflows. As of yesterday we had inflow of 31.6 million USD. Of course, a grayscale is still dumping, however that is going to finish sooner or later, so I'm not even worried about that, to be honest with you guys. And now let's have a look at a couple of Bitcoin charts, and then we are going to have a look on altcoin charts so we can understand of when Kaspa can actually take off again. So shout out to the Scalping Pro, and Bitcoin is sitting at weekly support. The weekly RSI has been reset and the price has plenty of room to run. So let's have a look guys. We've got this major level of resistance, aka all-time highs, so we have pretty much closed above that. We were actually retesting that on a weekly as a support, and now looks like we are ready for a healthy bounce on a weekly. If we are going to look at the standpoint of, you know, potential top, that is 2 monthly chart guys, all right? We could expect Bitcoin peaking at around 200,000 USD. So shout out to the Titan of crypto. Bitcoin consolidating above all-time highs. Impatient people will get chopped out before the price moves higher. Consolidation might last longer as seen post-halving in the previous cycles. So yes guys, this consolidation technically might take a little bit longer. However, we can clearly see of what is brewing by looking at the last cycle. So we had the consolidation period, and after that we had a huge breakout. So if we are going to look at this current price action for BTC, this is exact same time. Sooner rather than later we are going to see that huge next leg up for BTC. Let's finally have a look at alts, in which of course Kaspa is included. So first things first, let's have a look at the previous cycle. That was our accumulation phase, whatever. We have exited that accumulation phase, the pullback, and after that we had a huge breakout. So let's have a look at where we are at right now. We are basically at this pullback, and after that pullback, I believe, not a financial advice of course, our alts are going to shoot up like crazy. And now guys, if we are going to look at the chart that I've been showing you before on the channel, shout out to El Crypto Pro by the way, we can clearly see that we are basically reaching the end of the falling wedge pattern. So basically we got rejected, aka the pullback, and now looks like we are bouncing from that support. So sooner or later we might see that breakout on altcoins guys. And if we are going to look at the standpoint of Wyckoff reaccumulation at this point, by the way, these are all alts excluding BTC, including Ethereum on the 3-day chart. We have entered fully phase E, obviously, then we had our ABC pattern, and now looks like we are going to see the next leg up for alts. So ladies and gentlemen, good times are coming. Thank you very much for watching that quick Kaspa, BTC and altcoin updates. I hope that you have guys enjoyed it, and I wish you have a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Peace and love crypto.